here we go. Livber, Smoke and Mirrors. Hey, Dora, how you doing? I see her in my dreams. Her in that house on the edge of a cliff. Everything changed after reading that letter. The one bearing her name. My old love, Lilith. 5 years ago, on a dark night, they took her from that house. Executed her for black alchemy. I was the one who turned her in. But now, she's calling me back to the house. Wants to bury her breath in my sins. But how? That's what I have to find out. Act 1. Welcome home, my love. Yeah, make some food, Dora. Of course, Zinky Zogle. Oh. Alright, what should I use for a narrator voice?
Past the Hook Haven, which is woven by the grounded ships of Livber, there's a whirlwind roaring in the east. You don't see it, you don't hear it, yet you know the power it holds, enough to alter all of Gaia.
Not that one! Always British. God. Alright, fine. Far past the Hook Haven, which is woven by the grounded shits of Livber, there's a whirlwind roaring in the east. You guys, sorry, I can't go. You guys can see the cursor. Is that? Do I have that actually on, or is that just in the game? That's just the game. Okay. Yeah, you don't see it. You don't see it. You don't hear it. Yeah, you know the power it holds, enough to alter all of Gaia, a womb for gales to blow out of. But you come here. You wait standing in the heart of twilight, silently, eyes shut. 5 years later, once again, you stand at the door to this house, a letter clutched in your hand. So Livber is a coastal nation in the northwest of Gaia, governed not by a central authority, but by a five-member council known as the Court of Trade. It is highly advanced in seafaring. Gaia is a windswept world of 15 island nations home to unique races and cultures. Yeah, it would have, you're right. What am I waiting for? Read the letter. Yeah, let's read the letter. The raindrops fall on the paper, landing with soft patters. You grip the letter tightly with both hands, keeping it from being blown away by the wind. The silvery moonlight, trapped between the clouds, shimmers across the ink spilled from a woman's hand. You read the lines again, and again, and again. My love, if you're reading these lines, it means, well, we already heard that in the trailer. As long as you have the courage, as long as you don't fear, I'm waiting for you in the Neverall. Lilith. Could this really be true? Lilith, is she true? I need to put an end to this nonsense. Lilith is dead. Am I hopeful or am I pragmatic? That's the choice to make here. That letter is a red flag, Dora. Okay, so you want me to make the joke? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna be hopeful. Could this really be true? Lilith, is she truly alive? You want it to be true, don't you? You want to hear that Lilith, the woman you left for dead 5 years ago, still lives. You long to feel her love again. Yet there's a question that won't let go of your mind. If she truly lives, how much of her is still her? I don't know that. Because I want to see what you do. Yeah, bitch, let's go! I don't know that. The question, unanswered, keeps growing in your mind. Your gaze drifts into the distance, as if the answers might lie out there. For but a moment, the clouds part, and the moon's silver light spills across the sea. Each and every shimmer scatters into 1,000 fragments. But you remain still, all your limbs stiff with waiting, standing before the door of the house, perched on the cliff, beaten by the waves. Why here? Why would Lilith call me here? It was meant to be. I had to come here. I'm gonna be hopeful, but cautious. Why here? I'm the grumpiest angel. Where else could it be? This is where the two of you began. That wooden house on the cliffs by Livber's shore. This is where you first held each other. Your first night, your first love, and your first lies, all buried here. This two-story hovel raised upon your memories. I guess I can never skip my memories, can I? They'll find me in the end. I can still leave. It's not too late. For anything. You know, yeah, Yes, but you won't. The trembling letter in your hand is proof of that. You will see the simple village buried beneath Livber's shores. You'll open the door to the shack standing right here, where you stand now. That's it. That easy. You know what? I'm gonna be a dramatic emo boy. Let go of the letter so it can blow into the wind. You let go of the trembling paper. With a rustle like a distant scream, it sails into the twilight. It rises and falls in the wind that whips your coat. You watch it shrink into a gray dot in the void, and somehow, though you don't quite understand why, you feel as though you've lost something that mattered deeply. Grail, what the hell? I know you're a real person, but what the heck was that, man? Nice. Wow. Don't worry, it's me. Holy God, that completely drew me out of everything. Try something new. Being unhinged? It's a good look for you. You must keep moving. You shouldn't stand in the rain any longer. I'm gonna knock. Meow. Just as you're... Okay, the one thing I will say, I don't mind it so much, but I do... Oh, it's cool you can look at the art. The background kind of moves a little bit with the, that's kind of neat. I wonder if it does... Yeah, no. Like, when it shows all the text down to the choice, I wish it would just stop where the new text is, so you could kind of read without having to go back up, but that's just a personal thing, whatever. Excuse me. Just as your hand reaches the door, you hear Yell's voice from behind the threshold. The winged Bacter Kuti, the Bacter Kuti. Born from the third clash between light and dark within the cosmic Neverall, these tainted lifeforms range from feral beasts to those capable of forming packs with humans and living in guilds among their own kind. A domesticated bacterium believed to hail from the Sky Nation due to its non-functional wings. Who never truly leaves you and never truly belonged to you. Her white fur glows as if soaked in light, not rain. She spreads her wings and leaps swiftly toward you, landing at your feet. She shakes the droplets from her coat, and sits back on her hind legs, head tilted, amber eyes watching you with curiosity. Lean down to pet Yell, 100%. You CEO approved. You pet Yell. Yes, the CEO approved. Yell gently brushes her head against your feet. Then she stops before the door. She looks up at it with a soft stroke. She traces the doorframe with her paw. Then she turns her amber eyes to you. Well then, take a deep breath and reach for the door. I hope you'll still be here when I return, my friend. The wind falls silent for a moment. You hear the waves of the sea easing in the distance. Far, far away, the flash of a lightning strike blinds you. But its thunder never reaches your ears. The raindrops hang, weightless in midair. Yell glances at you one last time and spreads her wings, then leaps into the shadows between the rocks. Your fate embraces you. Open the door. The door creaks open, but even you don't know what it is that you hope to see, do you? Your guilt has chased you all the way here, and at last your sins have caught you. I'm ready to face my past. No, you wish you were. As you crack the door open, the air brushing against your face is stale and musty. The sweetness of Talith flowers mixes with the scent of something burned. Talith, a white-colored plant resembling the forget-me-not flower. It pulls you back to that festival day, to the moment you first met Lilith, and then you see her, standing beneath the dim light like she's been torn from the heart of this house. You lose your breath. A chill crawls up your spine and you freeze. It takes you a moment to realize your knees are trembling, whether from fear or excitement, you can't tell. A whisper slips from your lips. Lilith. Or just start to follow it up. Woo, what's this? Give me. What is that? There's something... this is the moonlight of the first Circuit. That sweet stretch when all of Gaia drifts asleep on Melton. But there's no more sleep for me. Not anymore. Is this really her? That's kind of cool. I didn't realize I could do that, like the little... That's actually really cool. She doesn't see you. Bends slightly over the table, trying to light a candle, just as you remember her. Lilith. The ghost of your path. Your greatest lie and sin. To myself, is this really Lilith? Or Lilith, you're really alive. Your voice comes out weaker than you expected. Its trembling echo bounces off the rotting wood, and another lifeless question slips from your lips. How? Oh. You remember. The festival night. A warm breeze carries the city's aroma far away. You two slip away from the crowded streets. The early black's crimson glow wraps Lilith's hair like a fiery halo. The noise of celebration fades behind you. Right there, you hand Lilith a bouquet of white towelith flowers. She looks deep into your eyes. She smiles, tossing her hair back and asks the same question. White towelith flowers. How did you find these? There's nothing I couldn't find for you, or they overflowed from my love for you. I'm gonna say there's nothing I couldn't find for you. A beautiful lie, told so well, even you believed it yourself. Yeah, the art's really nice. She looks at you as if about to say something. A pained smile touches her lips. The silence hangs between you. You finally come. You're alive. How can this be? 5 years later, How could you write this letter? With my love, of course. With the love I hold for you. Each letter carried my blood. Don't pretend you didn't feel it. You knew. I whispered every word to you before, my love. What I hear now is not what I heard back then. A pained smile appears on her face. My love for you never ended. But it's good that you're listening now, because I have much to tell you. Tonight, I'll talk about the things left unsaid when you abandoned me to death. Come, sit. When the candle's flame flickers on the table, Lilith's smile widens. It stretches into a grin, bearing all her teeth. You think you see something squirming beneath the shadows of her face, but the moment quickly passes. No. I won't sit before you give me an answer. Is it really you? You know what? I'm gonna be doubting Thomas here, like, hopeful but cautious. Like last time I went full in and we ended up being like some Eldritch Beast girlfriend. I don't know. We like melded into one being and it's like, you know what? Let's try something different. Her pale skin and the wear beneath her eyes, the same marks you see on every face raised in Livber's lawless ports. That's why Mother never approved of her. To her, she was just a tarnished, destitute of noble blood. The same dress, roughly woven, its colors faded. She wore something like that the first time I saw her. After Cardia's silks, her simplicity felt real. Lilith slowly approaches. You now see her eyes more clearly than ever. Something writhes behind her gaze. Her body leans toward you, getting closer. You feel the sweet aroma rising from her skin, her warm breath brushing against you. My love, do you truly not recognize me? This is just a game. All of this has to be an illusion. You know, I'm gonna be completely doubting Thomas. Yeah. Fuck it. An illusion? Her smile spreads across her face. If only it were, my love. Then perhaps I'd wake up in the night you left me. But here you are. So, shall we eat? Sit in the chair. Ah, my nose is itchy, sorry. I really put in work to make tonight perfect. I wanted certain things to be flawless for our reunion. After you left me to rot, it's been... She pauses for a moment, looks out the window where the moonlight falls. You thought I should have died. I know you did. After I made you that offer, after I told you that we had to become one, our souls, my love, We had to, piece our souls together and bind them with that alchemy ritual. That look in her eyes, like there's something else that's writhing behind them. It's her, but not. None of this feels right. Boobies. No amount of cleavage is gonna make me believe you're... You expect me to pay the price for your madness, Lilith? I said no because you had decided to destroy me. I had to make a choice. Or maybe I should have said yes to you that night. Perhaps everything was already fractured and I was just ignoring it. No, Listen, babe, we had a thing, all right? I had to move on. Her hand holding the fork froze in midair for a second. As the silence stretches, Lilith's breathing deepens. My madness? I offered you love, only love. A love so deep that even death couldn't end it. But you were afraid. Afraid to be with me beyond Neverall. You betrayed me. Did you think I wouldn't know? When I told you about the black alchemy ritual, when I spoke of piecing our souls together to crown our love, you saw my blood, heard my screams. You saw me vanish into the dark of the waters. Neverall, the infinite cosmic void that existed before the birth of the universe, from which the forces of light and dark emerged. She's so scary. I'm gonna look away. She turns her face toward you and it darkens with hatred, with rage, with something darker, with something even I cannot name. Her skin ripples as if 100 tiny things move beneath it. You can't tell if it's real or just the candle's flickering light playing tricks on you. Then, just as quickly as it came, the moment passes. Lilith slowly leans back. No, you didn't even know what you wanted, or love means something different to you. You don't love me, you want to own me. No, you know, I think she didn't even know what she wanted. Come on, like, who really wants to piece their soul together with someone else? No, I'd rather just, bump uglies and call it a day. That sounded awful, I'm sorry. How simple your little brain thinks, my love. But still, you call it imprisonment, the splendor I saw. You called it madness, the happiness I offered. Dora! My dearest, I know you're afraid because my love forces you to become who you truly are. Don't worry, I am always with you. The wooden walls of the house groan under the assault of the rain, driven harder by the wind. The sea crashes against the cliffs, then pulls back into itself with a hiss of white foam. Cheddar! Darkness spreads ever outward beyond the horizon for a fleeting moment. For a fleeting moment, you wish you were out there, on the deck of a ship bound for somewhere you cannot see. Too little, too late. Your madness will break us both. Will break both of us, Lilith. It already has, my love. Just like those paintings you love so much. It's not my madness. Oh, no. It's your cowardice. Nothing more than a diseased reflection of faded memories in your mind. Like this place, like me, like you. Go on, eat. Porf meat. I cooked it just the way you like. It wasn't easy, but it melts slowly on the tongue. When the fat coats the roof of your mouth and slips beneath your tongue, you'll taste the herbs. Porf. A sacred animal in Cardia, known to live in herds. They have long manes and specialized pincers used for communication. Strongly driven by a sense of belonging, they bond only with certain homins. When threatened, they can secrete a toxic chemical. So basically, unicorns with pincers. Or horses with pincers. Gods. Porf meat? Lilith, you completely lost it! Yeah, I think last time we oh, porf meat? What? Don't mind if I do. Yeah, they're horses. After the festival where we first met, and the first night when you told me you loved me, we saw a porf, remember? It was magnificent. Its mane was long and beautiful. You remember, don't you, my love? Afterwards, we went to get something to eat. I couldn't stop thinking about it. You were mesmerized by that creature. You kept going on about how beautiful it was, how bright its mane shone, how proud it stood. Did you really think I could tolerate that, my love? You can eat horse meat? That first night we met, we didn't eat anything, Lilith, or I think I remember. Maybe not what we ate, but feeling happy. Perhaps that's why everything afterward hurt so. No, I'm gonna say we didn't eat it. Bitch, you cray-cray! No! A little too much there. She slams her hands on the table, leaning forward. Her face contorts with rage. Her eyes, wide and unblinking, bore into you, burning with intensity. No, 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 no. That's exactly what we ate. You told me how much you loved me, how we'd never be apart. Do you remember what else I said? What else you said? I said it didn't matter that you came from a different class, or I told you I'd never leave you no matter. Yeah, I said it didn't matter that you came from a different class. Yeah. That's what you said, isn't it? I remember how your mother looked at me the first time we met. Like I was a disgusting insect, or worse, a Bacter. If I wasn't born a noble in Cardia, I was nothing to her. And you didn't stand by me. Lilith doesn't take her eyes off you. Every motion she makes to cut the pork meat with her fork shakes her entire body. Her head tilts slightly, a candlelight slipping through her crimson hair. Silky strands swing gently back and forth. Your gaze shifts downward. You realize she's not slicing the meat on her plate, pressing the blade into her own forefinger with all of her strength, blood mixing with the meat below. Lilith, your thumb, what are you doing? Oh, what My love, it's so sweet of you to worry about me. It was just a moment of distraction, that's all. When you're here, everything else disappears. All my worries, my fears, my pain. This is the price of loving you. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm just gonna go put away dinner real quick because I don't know if the kid did, but I don't want to go. Just 1 second, I'll be right back. The kid liked us, so that's all that matters. Okay. She quickly wraps her thumb in a scrap of parchment that had fallen to the floor. For a moment, she stares at the porcelain plate, watching blood pool over the meat. Then she stabs her fork into the meat and lifts it to her mouth. Her eyes close as she chews, as if savoring something profound. Did you cut yourself too deeply? How could you be so careless, Lilith? And are you okay? I won't victim blame here. We'll just ask the normal, are you okay? Her vacant eyes blink, then find yours. What did you say? Oh, I'm fine. I'm fine. It's just... I never told you how my mother died, did I? She's addicted to dopin, an alchemical substance that induces happiness but carries a high risk of addiction. Oh, okay. It's fantasy heroin. Some say she was obsessed, but I never wanted to believe that. I must have been 7 when she had her final episode. Her stash was all empty, so she thought she could drink what remained in her own blood. When they found her, she had drowned in herself. Tragic. Though I used to think it was funny, but now I understand why she did it. Happiness powder. Wait a second, you thought it was funny that your mother drowned in her own blood? Yeah, that's a little... She nods. The candle flickers. Rain lashes against the windows. You listen until the soft patter of every drop echoes in your ears. Lilith's breath mingles with your own. Slowly, she circles around you and slips into the darkness. The woman watches you, unblinking. She waits, impatient for you to eat. It is pretty funny. I can't put up with this madness any longer. Yeah, last time we totally gave in. Not this time. Bitch! This isn't anger, it's something else. Her features, they're slipping. Like another form beneath her skin, the true horror she's hiding is struggling to surface. That knife she just used to cut the meat. Its hilt is made from broken pieces of giant sea crustaceans washed up on Livber's shores. I keep trying to look at the boobs. Like, wait, why is there a magnifying glass on the boobs? Come on! I'm a terrible person. Do you think you can defy fate? From the beginning, we were destined to be one. Neither you nor anyone else can stop this. Never, never, never head for the door. Standing up, your head spins. You steady yourself and move toward the door. Behind you, Lilith gasps. Just as your trembling hands reach for the door, Lilith blocks your path, eyes wide with madness, mouth agape. She clutches the knife she used to cut the meat. You instinctively tense up. Lilith, don't be ridiculous. Get out of my way. You've completely lost your mind. Listen to me. You don't have to do this. Do I do pleading or... Lady, get out of my way! I haven't finished what I have to say, my love. Everything is ready for our souls to unite. We only have to die together. Lilith, do you realize what you're asking? This isn't love. Please come to your senses, I'm begging you. And I wish I could have saved you from this pain, Lilith. Ooh. A little bit, but I don't mind it so much. It's kind of cool. I can turn it off if I want to. Like, if there's an option where I could turn it off the, See? And then it's just gone. What do you guys prefer? I kind of like it, so I'm gonna keep it back on. Come to your senses. The candle's fading glow reflects off the dusty paintings on the walls. The paint on each seems wet and fresh, as if they're just painted. On the table, the bloody pork meat subtly writhes. You haven't finished your meal yet. Listen, I only came to understand you. Whatever you mentioned in your letter, that's why I'm here. I'm here to talk. Or I didn't come here to eat or anything. You've lost your mind. You've changed. You know what? It's not me, it's you. You're part of me. In my body, my heart, my soul. Do you understand? You're mine, my love. Mine. I can't lose you again. On her maddened face, there's a terrifying grin mingled with dread. Veins bulge on her forehead. The whites of her widened eyes are bloodshot. Her grip tightens on the knife until her knuckles whiten. She steps towards you. Stop! Ooh, nice. Lilith's crazed eyes bulge as if ready to burst from their sockets. Beneath her ragged clothes, her chest heaves violently with each breath. Then suddenly, her skin splits apart like parched earth around an ever-blowing whirlwind on a distant island nation. Her cheeks, mouth, hair, your last shred of rational thought screams at you. Stop! You violated the law! It's awakening! Oh shit. Paralyzed, your trembling body takes a single step back. Your gaze locks onto the rebirth happening before you. Lines emerge right down the right side of her face, spreading toward her neck and chest. Then pieces peel away like yellowed leaves. Beneath is not flesh, but damp tissue, like moss, like dreams long forgotten and rotted, or emotions left unsaid. Which caused decaying in her heart's depths. I am everything you kept hidden. The skin that sprouted in the cracks of your lies. She locks her blood-filled eyes on you, her flayed face exposed. Words pour out of her mouth, unformed. I am us. I was trying to have to skip this. This is beautiful. Yeah, we're not that crazy. I have to run. Your mind snaps back as if it's surfacing from deep water. The moment you register the horror standing before you, you flinch. You trip over the books scattered across the floor and fall. Struggling to your knees, you crawl deeper into the house. You remember right then, beneath the house, there's a cellar door which leads outside. The cellar. I must get to the cellar or another exit, a window, a back door. Shit! There must be something! I'm gonna go for the cellar. There's nothing. Nothing left to celebrate us, my love. From the darkness of the corridor, Lilith's voice emerges, scarcely taking shape in her throat. It carries the strangeness of an extra Gaian creature that seems to have only learned just how to speak. You sprint and finally reach the cellar door. Oh, just Gaia. Gripped by sudden terror, you seize the cellar's cold handle, expecting a hand to clutch your shoulder at any moment as footsteps grow louder down the corridor, but it never comes. As you push the door open, a wave of dampness and a nauseating stench of things that should have long been dead hits you in the face. Stepping through the doorway, you slam it shut. As you bolt the door behind you, an abysmal silence and darkness wrap around you. Close your eyes and take a deep breath. Odi et intelligio, quare it faciam, fortasse requies? Nescio sed feri cento et vitis sum. I don't know how to read Latin. There's 9 minutes left of the giveaway, so if you guys want a copy of this game, you better enter. Act 2. Echoes deep within. In the dark, you pause a moment. Your mind strains to grasp what this is. Lilith, food, creation. The dust and creak of boars mingle with your hurried breath. Beneath your feet, stairs descending. Where am I? Try to examine your surroundings. The basement. Could I find a way out through the basement? Lilith's creation. It was herself, wasn't it? Gods, what was that thing I saw? You know, yeah, I'm gonna reflect on what happened. A frenzy, heavy with hysteria and perhaps the dreadful wrath of one returned from death. The madness of a soul trapped in an endless loop. How can you ever know what truth is anymore? What I just lived through was real. Few who face such dread believe it was real. Perhaps this time, that belief will be what frees you from this basement. Okay, where am I? When the basement door closed, you felt yourself pulled into the void. Now, beneath your feet, wooden steps leading down. Okay, can I find a way out through the basement? Once, on a sunlit morning of the first Circad, you saw Yell descending these very basement stairs. A time cycle marking a 3-year period on Gaia, divided into early, mid, and late Circad phases based on labor intensity. You followed after, finding her scratching at a hollow in the corner. When you drew near, you saw it was a hatch opening outwards. Old, broken hinges rusted. When Lilith saw it, she grew fearful. Do I remember what it looked like? Yes. As I said, a hatch made of wood, wedged among the stones of the wall, plastered with mud. You hardly noticed it before or after. If you could find it, perhaps it could lead you outside. You could try. In the end, do you really have another choice? I love that I'm having a conversation with the narrator. I don't know what lurks in the basement. I should go back into the house. I have no other choice. The wooden steps groan beneath your tread. Their cries, like the house itself, are bitter shrieks. From unseen depths rise a heavy moan, the stink of mold and damp. One step, another, you go down. Face the darkness. The door slightly. You re-rise from the dark. As the basement stairs sink into an abysmal silence, your steps find solid ground. Old memories. You remember the rooms beneath this house you once shared with Lilith. But like everything else, this place feels unfamiliar now. Lilith. Her dread is still fresh, sharp, and ripe. Crystals growing between the stones of the wall cast a faint, pale light. When you lift your head, you see 2 doors standing tall in the wall ahead. An almost torn apart book. Oh. There are bloodstains on it. The writings are unreadable. Could this book really belong to Lilith? In this room where everything is decayed and fallen apart, the only thing still standing is this table. There's a portrait on it. It must be one of my drawings. I have to get out of here. At the end of this place, there must be a way. A passage to the cellar hatch outside. There has to be. Look at the doors. Gods, I don't recognize this place. Where am I? Examine the surroundings. As your eyes adjust to the crystal's pale glow, you survey the chamber. The stone walls drip with dampness, cloaked in moss. When you listen closely, you hear the crash of waves hammering the cliffside beyond. Knowing a world still waits outside grants you a fleeting comfort. On the wall to your right, 2 circles are carved, harsh lines slashed between them, refusing union. drawn with hateful strokes. Before the wall where the crystal is embedded, a rotting wooden table leans into decay. On it rests a broken frame coated in dust. On the floor, a melted candle and a bloodstained, shredded journal. Ooh. I'm gonna look at the journal. You step among the scattered parchments and torn books. Reaching for the journal fragment beside the candle, it crumbles in your grasp. You open it carefully. The bloodied script is unmistakable. Lilith's hand. Most of it unreadable, but in the final pages, you can make sense of some hastily scrawled words. I'm shaping her. She'll be complete at last. Is there no other way? No. It will be perfect. We'll be together. Together, we'll be complete with him. Lilith, what other twisted lunacies did you carve into these pages? Is this what you called creation? I can't take this any longer. Yeah, let's see what else is in here. You're Phoenix! Damn, that's a pretty fire line. I've got to remember that. Your mom crumbles in my grass. Words are not enough. I need something deeper, more physical. Here in the basement of the house we once shared. Dora, nice. Actually, you know what? I have a better idea too. There we go. Oh, because I went, where'd Sal go? Here in the basement of the house we once shared, I've hidden something of his. While he wanders around the house, he suffers his greatest regret in its deepest place. Should I tell him that she is not dead? Wait, what? The journal has been scratched, gouged, bloodied, as though Lilith needed to make her devotion visible. Wait, can we save her? That makes me feel like this creation took Lilith's place or something. And they tried to kill it, but it didn't die. It's back, trying to finish the ritual, but Lilith is still...
Haha.
Maybe?
Got him.
I don't know. No matter how you try, there is little more to glean from the crumbling pages. You let the journal fall. The air grows heavier. Your ears begin to ring. What else are you hiding in this room? Despite the weight in your skull, you stagger to the table, lift the broken frame. Beneath the dust, it is a picture you once drew, but the figure in the portrait has been furiously defaced, ringed with a mad scrawl. Bodies. We must be rid of the bodies, of them, of everything. Of all that fails to unite us, even of you, my love. My love. My love. Take a closer look. As you lean closer to study the picture, you hear the basement door at the far end of the stairs creak open. Lilith's twisted, ragged breath drifts all the way to where you stand. I need to get out of here. You push aside the books, scatter parchments and broken wood with your foot, and step closer to the doors. To the left is an iron door, rusted upon the weight of years. Upon it is a symbol, old and long since stripped of meaning. The other door is heavy, made of damp wood. It creaks faintly, as though breathing. I'm going to assume it's the wooden door. But the wooden door, I think, I'm going to look in the metal. I have a feeling the real Lilith is still in this basement. I have a feeling I'm going to do the metal one. I'm looking for Lilith now. When you open the iron door, a sour stench of sweat and rot greets you. Fearing Lilith might be following, you slip inside and shut the door quickly behind you. You look around, shut the door. Like the room before, this one too is shrouded in the eerie halo of blue light cast by the crystal embedded in the wall. The air quivers with anticipation, and then, a voice. Clara? Do you remember me? What? Okay, what? Table is broken and the chair has been thrown to the floor as if after a fierce storm. They were left untouched to make an example of something. The cracked mirrors seem to have burst outward. These mirrors are rare items brought from Pankerberg. Some believe they carry the curses that mark the faces of homins. I doubt anyone can sleep on this bed, stained by decades of dried blood, pus, and urine. Unusable. The table is broken, the chair has been thrown to the floor. Oh, never mind. Well, I already read that one. Look toward the source of the voice without responding. When you turn toward the voice, you see a young woman standing motionless in the corner of the room, her skin clinging tightly to bone. If not for her eyes, bright and piercing deep into your soul under the pale light, you might have mistaken her for a still silhouette of a statue. But then, she tilts her head, just slightly, and in that moment you see it more clearly. There's something in the woman's eyes, something you once knew, something you once loved. Wait a minute, I didn't know you. At last! She remade me, from start to finish. Yes. What? Who did? Was it Lilith? No, I didn't want this. Lilith. When she said our creation, was she talking? Okay, what? Who did this? Was it Lilith? Shh! Don't say it. If you say her name, she'll come. The young woman, hearing Lilith's name, presses herself against the wall. She pulls her shoulders tight inward, eyes fixed on the door behind you as she speaks. I had to be good. I mean, beautiful. I had to be. Yes. What? Oh, it's like Frankenstein's monster almost. The young woman's face is almost unbearable to look at, as if another face has been stretched over hers. Yet she cannot hide her pain and sorrow. There is a childhood lost deep within. Her clothes are torn and covered with stains. She has never taken them off. They seem far too small for her. When she pulls back, the crystal's light shows her more clearly. A scar begins beneath her neck and runs forward past her ears, reaching up into her hair roots. The skin of her face is pulled taut, as if cut apart and stitched back together along those marks. The fingers she wraps around her arms are thin, long, as if filed down, extended, and altered. Have a good night, Grail Knight. The woman before you looks like someone who has been worked on endlessly, reshaped piece by piece since childhood. How could she do this? The young woman looks at you from where she had crouched down by the wall. For a moment, the twisted smile on her face reminds you of Lilith. For you, to create you, and of course, to love you. Lilith, I loved you for who you were. Are you her? Did Lilith steal your body and soul? I've always still, been yours, love. The young woman collapses onto her knees as if she's used every last ounce of strength. Breathless, she turns her gaze to you. Was I good? What? Milady, she said so. Stay here. If you're good enough, he'll love you too. She said. She said so. But if I'm just good enough, you love me, right? She tilts her head and looks at you. The sharpness of her chin casts an unsettling shadow in the darkness. Yes, I'll always love you, no matter what you're in. Or, ooh, you're not the one I love. I shouldn't have let her do this to you. The thing you're staring into isn't Lilith. It's just an empty shell, a twisted reflection, stripped of free will, an uncanny amalgam where fragments of the young woman have somehow tangled with the essence she poured into it. Okay, Dora. In that moment, a crushing wave of pity floods your entire being, but you can't tell who it's for. The woman looking at you with desperate hope? Lilith, or yourself? But the lady told... She told... If you're good, he'd love you. I failed that. I ain't good. It's never about whether you were good or not. You were enough, always. It's just... The thing making you feel otherwise is wrong. You're saying all this because of her, or she's the one who told you that, isn't she? She turned you into this, and it's something she wanted to be herself. She didn't just take your body, she claimed your soul, too. I like the first choice. You try to reach deeper. Not the poisonous persona Lilith had etched over decades, but the one she truly once was. The young woman looks at you with tearful eyes. Then, slowly, searching for the words, she speaks. A long time ago, there was a white, flowery place. There were waves. Whoosh. Her cloudy eyes turn to you, then catch the light slipping through the door behind. Yes, Mother. She'd read to me sometimes, like this. She gestures as if writing something. Remains silent. I don't even remember. Her voice is so beautiful. Sometimes I hear it. When my lady changed me, she talked to me. Said you'd come back. She leans her body against the wall. Her hands hang limply by her sides. Her face locks onto you, expressionless. But I think the time will never come. 'Cause you'll never love me. Do you want to hear your mother's gut? That's enough. I need to get out. Okay. That's enough. I need to get you out of here. Yeah. Suddenly, she opens her eyes wide and collapses to the wall she was leaning against. She covers her ears with her hands. Get out! No, it won't happen. My lady will find me. I can't go. I'm here. I'll stay here. I'll wait for you. You said you don't love me. You'll come and you'll love me. Listen, you have to escape. Do you understand me? She's using you. Do you know the way? There has to be a cellar door around here that leads outside. She doesn't understand the words you say. With her hands over her ears, she just stares at your face. Her lips move constantly. I'm here. I'll stay here. I'll wait for you. You'll love me. She said so. We can escape. Do you understand me? I'll stay here. You'll come. You'll come back. You love me. You'll come. She no longer hears you. Curled up against the wall, hands over her ears, this hollow shell just rocks back and forth, murmuring that you'll come back, that one day you'll love her. The chains wrapped around her neck are drawn so tight, no force could ever free her from this place. Now, there might be some in this room that can help me. Maybe not, but you know. Moisture and moss cover the walls. In the left corner of the room lies a bed, its sheets stained with blood, urine, and pus. Atop it sits a cloth doll. The floor is decayed, scored, and battered, as though someone had dragged things down, slammed them down. Against the wall before you rests a rusted metal table, its surface scattered with shards of broken mirrors. In front of it, a chair has collapsed, its legs bent. Brown stains coated so thoroughly you can hardly guess what its original color was. Look at the toy. I'll stay here, you'll love me. Yeah. Doll! No, she's crying. The doll is in shambles, stained with black blotches, its eyes long since gouged out. One arm dangles loose. Its fabric looks like it's been torn apart and stitched back together again and again. In different places. The padding that once gave its head shape has been entirely removed. Patches of mismatched cloth are sewn haphazardly across its body. Laying lifeless on the bed, the rag doll is a reflection, a crude replica of the woman murmuring to herself by the wall. I will gingerly touch as little of the doll as possible to give it to her. You'll love it. You'll come back. Her eyes turn to you for a brief moment. As her trembling hands take the doll, her murmuring stops. You can feel she wants to thank you, but it seems she forgot how to say those words a long time ago. Welcome. You turn your gaze back to the room. Under the crystal's glow, the metal tame shimmers faintly. On the far wall, two doors catch your eye. Like the moss-covered walls around them, they're tinged with an unsettling shade of the green. Something interesting on the table. Let's look at the table. As you move closer, you realize the glimmer you saw did not come from the table, but from the mirror shards scattered across it. The shard's rightful place is a frame hanging on the wall. In the blue light, your gaze turns it to the frame, whose edges are carved with meticulous care, almost as if ready to move. Its glass had once been held together, but it has burst outward from the center, as though someone inside had tried to break free. On the lower corner of the table lie dried, bloody fingerprints. Whose fingerprints are these? The metal table has been battered in a desperate attempt to break it apart. In a cycle of torment, it bears dents and scratches over and over, endlessly. Fingerprints streak down the table's edge, trailing black fluid to one of the legs. And there beneath it, you see words carved again and again. If we are beautiful, we will be loved. If we are beautiful, we will be loved. Beautiful. To be beautiful for her is just to be broken apart and put back together again. Poor soul, who knows how many times she's got the same torture. I'll do it so we get... Yeah, well, I mean... When you scratch, it's still dead. Examine the writing. When you trace one of the words with your finger, a bead of fresh blood gathers at your fingertip. Clearly, the young woman hasn't written these long ago. Perhaps just before you entered, she was here again writing these very words. I think I've seen everything I need here. Time to move on and find the way out. You turn towards the doors. The forgotten time of the dark space, molded, ancient, and abandoned. How fake it feels, so painfully ordinary that I must look again just to remember what it was like. One looks old at first glance. Its wood is dark brown, fading to gray in places, cracked and mildewed with time. There's no visible handle, only a notch in the frame. More smooth not by force, but by habit. The other is newer by comparison, but it's not the honest kind of new. More like something rotten, polished up and presented as good as new. Its wood is pale, grainless, unnatural. In its center sits a silver knob. The other is newer. Oh wait. Old door and new door. Let's see. Excuse me. Oh man, how many people entered the giveaway? Because I know the timer's got to be off by now. Okay, so the giveaway over. 3 people entered. Okay. Yo, screw it. We're gonna pick a winner. Brittle, hey! You have the gift of prophecy. The very first thing you said when you came in was, "I win." Well done, Brittle. It's between you, Cheddar, and the Jabberwocky's maw. So yeah, I will get you the key. Don't forget, I'll get you the key very soon. Actually, I may as well just do it now while I'm thinking about it, so I don't actually forget. Said the "I win" message too early. All right, let's see here. Find Brittle Lizard. Here we go. Awesome. Congrats. Way to go. Rigged. God. Let me just change the message. Giveaway over. There we go. So people know that there's no more giveaway. Do I want to touch the old door or the new? Because I'm feeling... I have no idea what that symbol means. Let's go with the old door. You slip your hand into the gap and push. The surface isn't warm, but not exactly cold either. Stagnant. It reminds you of the moment a body begins to cool, the remnants of a life lived, then abandoned. Your fingertips catch lightly on the splinters of wood. As a child, you used to run your hands over boxes like this while hiding beneath your mother's alchemy table. A life long before your mother's death, and long before you took responsibility for it. Long before. Pry the door open. At first glance, it seems a cold and empty room. On the damp walls, the light seeping through the half-open door glimmers like scattered pearls. The dust woken from its endless sleep whirls frantically around you. Then you see them. Paintings and canvases thrown into the corners, torn, ripped, and shattered. Torn, ripped, shattered. A great hatred has turned every one of them into a wreckage of a massacre. The room opens up into a corridor without a door. There must be something else I can find in this room. Yeah. You turn your gaze away from the paintings on the floor. The beams supporting the low ceiling have come loose. The wooden shelves that once hung on the wall have fallen to the ground. A few books catch your eye where a shelf has collapsed. I didn't know Lil was such a reader. Pick up one of the books. You reach for one of the bound books on the floor. The book is quite heavy. As you open the cover, faint crackling sounds come from the stitches and the end band holding the pages together, as if the book itself were groaning. You slowly turn the pages, but they're all blank until the very last one. Etched in the inside of the cover is a single sentence. When the essence of the soul is mitigated, it becomes indisputable. And the body is but a simple shell. Do I recognize the book? There's something hidden here. Let's do that. From a narrow crack slips a folded piece of paper. Its worn edges showing it's been read again and again. What kind of madness is this? Yeah, I guess we just have to leave it. Oh no, unfold the page. There we go. You carefully unfold the paper. Its page torn from a prayer book, filled with notes scrawled across it, scribbles from a deranged mind. Read the prayer. It is. It's a good choice. Get me out of here. I avoid my existence. I do not belong to myself. I am a particle beyond the never-all. Thrashing flesh and trembling essence, I consent to be unentangled and recreated. Beyond the gods, even before the creator of light, before the creator light of the creator dark. Oh, never-all. Untangle me, carry me, merge me with nothingness, so that neither I remain, nor you stand apart. Let us be one, beyond what is not, within the infinite. These Lilith's notes. Not being able to have him doesn't mean I can't create him. A shell, like myself? Better. Will I love it? Not the shell, but what's inside. Slowly migrate the part of him that loves me into me. Pristine desire will keep us alive. Sorry, my eyes were drifting for a second there. Apparently when I have to talk a lot is when I get really tired. I think that's my problem. There's too much carbon dioxide coming out of my mouth. It's a closed room. There's like really no good ventilation. I'm slowly killing myself. Lilith, what are you after with this? The creation mode wasn't just one thing, was it? Lilith's madness runs deeper. Your whisper fades into the cold, damp stone, sinking deeper into Lilith's madness. You glimpse the reason behind her venomous love, and that's why leaving here becomes all the more vital. Slowly you move toward the door at the end of the corridor ahead. Blood roars in your ears as you push the slightly open door. This must be the place where the stellar hatch lies. Pass through the gap.